Hello there, aspiring tennos. I've already attempted to record this once. However, I was so frantic and I was trying to get through it so quickly that when watching it back, even I didn't understand what I was saying. So I've got my tea here and we're just gonna try and take it nice and slowly. That might be a little bit too slowly, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this is Arbitration and all of the rewards associated with it. I'll talk about Virtue Essence just quickly, as I've already done that last video, but I sort of want this to be part of it as well. Power Donation, Rolling Guard, Vigorous Swap. These are the primary mods that you're going to be making Platinum from. Don't buy the ones that cost 30 Virtue Essence. That's not what you want. The conversion rate just isn't as good. Galvanized mods usually sell for 14 instead of 15, but that's basically where you'll be making your platinum from. So my audio, my microphone here, my Blue Yeti is being a bit of a twat, and I'm sorry about that. It's no big deal. Well, actually, I'm not sorry about anything, only for me, but let's try and record this for the 4th time. I love technology when it works. Okay, anyways, platinum to Virtue Essence conversion. It's what I basically just explained. You can see it right here. For every Virtue Essence, you are gonna get 3/4 of a platinum, so 0.75. I would usually get 105 Virtue Essence per hour of playing Arbitration, specifically from defense missions, and that would net me just around 80 platinum. Sweet. We already talked about that last video, so let's go on to the actual rewards that we now have over here. Good. We have our sculptures here and we have our endo. As you'll see out here, these are the ones which are pulling the most. They are the ones that adds the most to the average amount. That's not because they're the most valuable items, pretty far from it. They just have a relatively high drop chance, especially with the endo. Other mods and items like adaptation or aerodynamic, while they have a higher, while they are worth more, I guess I should say, they just don't have a very high drop chance. Let me just talk about Aura Forma really quickly. 10 platinum. You can't trade this. They're not actually worth 10 platinum, but you do need Aura Formas. They are items that are really nice to have. If you have to buy them for platinum, it's 80. And because you do need Forma, 4 of them, I say that the Aura Forma blueprint itself is 10 platinum. I think that's pretty fair. It's only pulling 0.1 anyways, so not the biggest difference. I just didn't want to give it a fat 0. You can watch my Aya video if you're wondering where I get this 267 from. This is how much endo you need to get 1 platinum through maxing mods and then selling them. At least with the most general method. There are more efficient ways of doing it, but the thing is that you have to sell way more mods because it's a low amount of energy put into it, and so on and so forth. That's not this video. The same thing here. This sculpture only costs 4, but you can sell it the endo that's inside of it for 6 if you fill it fully with iron stars, which you should not be selling individually anyway. If you need more amber stars, I would recommend you get them from Deimos, because that way you'll get mother tokens as well. I mentioned it many times before, they have quite a bit of value. It's just not obvious how. Anyways, so down here we have 100%. This is just a sanity check. I just want to show you that all of these do add up to 100. Just so that you know that I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And this number down here is the average amount you're gonna get every A rotation. So sometimes you're gonna get more, sometimes you're gonna get less, but over time it will trend towards just around 5 platinum. 4.7 specifically. Seems to be working. Let's continue. And just fingers and toes and nose is crossed. I don't know how you'd cross your nose. I don't know why I said that. Irregardable, or irregardable. Only hell this is a mess. Irregardless. Anyways, price here, same principle. I'm just gonna show you what pulls and what doesn't. Unfortunately, we lose aerodynamic here, so Shepard just isn't really worth as much, and I'm always a little bit hesitant with these kind of rewards here because you can't consolidate them. You have to sell them individually, 7 platinum. It's really up to you if you think that's worth it. But all in all, even if you decide not to sell, it's not pulling the largest amount. So you're still gonna get a pretty alright deal. Combat discipline is actually worthless. I just wanted to put it here, but it is actually worthless. You wouldn't want to sell these individually. Sorry. But other than that, it is pretty much as it seems. Again, also the way that I'm getting the value here of the Virtue Essence is that I say 3 Virtue Essence multiplied by the conversion rate to platinum. That's pretty much it. Pistoliers pulling very nicely. Again, combat discipline, melee guidance, not really worth selling. You do get seeding step Emphera, and if you don't already have that, so obviously very nice to get it. It's always nice to get more Empheras, but they aren't actually worth anything, and once you have one, they become a dead drop. So here I have actually decided to give it a 0. Anyways, the overall amount you're gonna get from the C rotation is gonna be a 6.2. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what this is actually going to mean for us overall when playing a full hour of Arbitration. And sorry about that, you can hear Warframe in the background a little bit. Forgot to close that. I guess someone just blessed me. Bonus rewards, that's all of these, the full amount of them. So the way that we calculate this is that we take the first average amount of the A rotation, we take the average amount of the B rotation, and then we add them together. Because this is our constant. If we play at least 2 rounds of a endless arbitration mission, we're gonna get this amount. Now going forward from there, every rotation we complete, we're gonna get this C rotation. I'm calculating this from the perspective of doing a full hour. I can usually, for defense, I can complete about 14, maybe 15, but at least 14 rounds. So first and second, and then the rest, which is the other 12, multiplied by the C rotation average reward, and then multiply those 2 variables. This gives us 85 per minute. 85 per hour. Sorry, I've tried this quite a few times. I think my brain is melting. Anyways, so the total amount you're gonna get per hour is 164. Not bad, honestly. Like, not bad at all. Now, I've shown you things in the past that was worth way more, and I stand by this, especially, I mean, obviously you can't really compare it, but brute force when Aya was a thing that made you quite a bit more platinum. The thing about this is that it's all, okay, it's not instant, it's not dropping platinum, you still have to sell the items, but you don't have to wait 6 months for it to appreciate in value. And that in of itself actually have some value. Having the platinum now means that you can invest it now instead of having to wait. For example, the platinum you earn here, you can put towards, for example, buying Titania sets. However, if you want to get the most benefit out of your mother tokens, you will spend them on the Night of Nabares, which means that you really will not see the benefit until sometimes next year around the same time. So because of that, you will not be able to use these to invest. So you have to think about these 164 in the perspective of you're going to be able to invest them right away. So these rewards have a immediate growth rate, while other rewards such as Prime Junk, which needs time to ruminate, does not. And this is the benefit of being active instead of passive income. And I just wanted to bring that up really quickly. But yeah, that's pretty much, I hope, everything which I wanted to talk about. And hopefully this worked and you will actually see this and I'm not just talking to myself. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one in any case.